For centuries, whispers of hidden societies have haunted human imagination. Freemasons, the Illuminati, the so-called shadow rulers of the world. Some dismiss them as myths, others see them as the masterminds of global events. But one question keeps returning. What does Islam say about these secret powers? Let's uncover the history, the conspiracies, and the Islamic perspective on societies that claim to work in the shadows.
History of Freemasons and Illuminati. The Freemasons didn't begin as shadow rulers of the world. They began as builders. In the Middle Ages, stonemasons traveled from city to city, constructing Europe's cathedrals and castles. Because their craft was specialized, they formed guilds, protective associations that guarded their secrets of design, engineering, and mathematics. But as time passed, something unusual happened. By the 1600s, these guilds began accepting members who weren't builders at all. Politicians, philosophers, scientists, and even kings entered their lodges. The stone and mortar of cathedrals was replaced with rituals, symbols, and brotherhood oaths. The square and compass became their most famous emblem, a symbol said to represent morality, balance, and the architect of the universe. But to outsiders, these symbols looked strange, even threatening. What were these powerful men doing behind closed doors? Why did they swear oaths of secrecy? And why were some of the world's most influential leaders, from George Washington to Winston Churchill, linked to Freemasonry? By the 18th century, the Freemasons had transformed into a network of elite societies, stretching across Europe and into the New World. To their supporters, they stood for enlightenment, progress, and science. To their critics, they looked like a hidden hand of power, manipulating politics from the shadows. While the Masons rose in influence, another group appeared, the Illuminati. In 1776, a Bavarian professor named Adam Weishaupt founded this secret order. His goal? To challenge the dominance of the church and monarchy, and to spread ideas of reason, freedom, and equality. Noble in theory, dangerous in practice. The Illuminati operated in secrecy, recruiting wealthy and educated men, often hiding within Masonic lodges. Within a decade, their growing influence alarmed authorities. By the 1780s, the Bavarian government outlawed the group. Officially, the Illuminati was gone. But unofficially, its myth had just begun. Soon, people claimed the Illuminati survived underground, orchestrating revolutions and wars. Some said they were behind the French Revolution. Others believed they controlled banking, governments, and even culture. The Freemasons and the Illuminati. One with centuries of tradition and real political influence. The other, short-lived, but immortal in legend. Together, they became the perfect ingredients for conspiracy theories that still shape our world today. Conspiracies and religion. As the centuries passed, two names, Freemasons and Illuminati, began to fuse together in the public imagination. It no longer mattered that the Illuminati had been outlawed, or that Freemasonry called itself a fraternity of charity. To the outside world, they became something far bigger, a hidden brotherhood of power, working silently to shape the destiny of nations. The New World Order. Whispers grew of a plan for a new world order, a single government, a single financial system, even a single faith, ruled not by elected leaders but by a secret elite. Wars, revolutions, assassinations, many believed these were not accidents of history, but carefully arranged moves on a global chessboard. When American presidents spoke of a New World Order, in their speeches, from Woodrow Wilson to George Bush Sr., conspiracy theorists pointed and said, "There. That's the proof." Religion gave these fears even deeper meaning. Among Christians, the New World Order was often linked to the prophecy of the Antichrist in the Book of Revelation, a tyrant who would deceive nations and rule the earth before the final judgment. Among Muslims, the question was raised, could these secret societies be paving the way for the Dajjal? The Prophet Muhammad warned of a deceiver so powerful, so convincing, that only the most faithful would resist him. To many, the mysterious symbols, the obsession with one eye, and the control of wealth and media sounded eerily similar to the system of deception foretold in Islamic tradition. And then came the symbols, the all-seeing eye, the pyramid, strange hand gestures. They appeared on dollar bills, in architecture, and later in movies and music videos. To believers, these were secret signals of allegiance. To skeptics, just coincidences, or clever marketing to fuel curiosity. But the effect was the same. The idea of invisible rulers pulling strings behind governments, wars, and even entertainment became one of the most enduring myths of the modern world. Islamic perspective. Now, here's where it gets truly important. The Quran and authentic Hadith do not mention Freemasons or Illuminati by name. But Islam does warn us, again and again, about secret groups, corruption, and deception that will spread across the earth before the final hour. The Quran and hidden corruption. In Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah describes the people of Babylon who learned magic from the angels Harut and Marut. But they, the people, learned from them that by which they cause separation between a man and his wife. But they could not harm anyone except by Allah's permission. And the people learned what harmed them, not what benefited them. This verse is a timeless reminder. There have always been hidden groups using forbidden knowledge, deception, and trickery to mislead humanity. The Quran on secret alliances. Elsewhere, Allah warns in Surah Al-Mujadila. O you who believe! When you converse privately, do not converse about sin and transgression and disobedience to the messenger, but converse about righteousness and piety. And fear Allah, to whom you will be gathered. This verse points directly to the dangers of secret gatherings and hidden alliances that promote sin and corruption. Hadith on Dajjal and deception. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, gave us clear warnings about the coming of the Dajjal, the false Messiah. In Sahih Muslim, Hadith 29:37, he said, "No prophet was sent but that he warned his nation about the one-eyed liar. Behold, he is one-eyed, and your Lord is not one-eyed. The Dajjal will deceive the masses with miracles, control of resources, and false promises." In Sunan Ibn Majah, Hadith 4077, the Prophet said, "There will be great tribulation, during which a man will wake up as a believer and become a disbeliever by evening, except those whom Allah protects." Many Muslim thinkers suggest that today's hidden systems of power, secret societies, corrupt networks, global conspiracies, may not be the Dajjal himself, but part of the system of deception preparing for his arrival. So, whether or not the Freemasons or Illuminati truly hold the power people claim, Islam's message is clear. The real battle is not against symbols or societies. The real battle is against deception, corruption, and losing our faith as the end of time draws near. As Allah reminds us in Surah Al-Anfal, 8:30. And they plan, and Allah plans. But Allah is the best of planners. Stay alert. Stay aware. But most importantly, stay firm in faith.